Okay, we are going to do the same thing very quickly as we did a second ago in the previous video of this, and that is change the properties or the layer of something in SketchUp. And I'm going to do it here. I don't know, things got a little odd with my computer, but we're going to try it anyway. We're going to go ahead and change just to a standard view. Don't worry too much about doing that. Looking down, and we're going to draw something up here. All right. Now, we started this in a base drawing that didn't have particular layers. So we're going to go ahead and make a layer right now very quickly. We'll make a new one. We'll call it layer 1, another one layer 2. So we've made a couple of layers. What we want to show now is the selection. So we're going to grab by either selecting individual things. I'm clicking on one and using the control button. I'm going to grab 3 of those things. And then this time if I right click, I lose everything. So it's a little different than AutoCAD. But instead if I left click, hit control, left click, and leave my mouse over the entity and hit a right click, I get this. And what you'll see here is this is a place where I can then act on something. You know, very often you're going to be making groups of components. You can do reverse faces. You can do all kinds of stuff. But perhaps here you might want to change the entity info. In this case, we're going to change 3 edges to layer 1. So now what we have, in effect, is I'm left-clicking now on the face, right-clicking on it, entity info. That is on layer 0, and then the edges were on layer 1. So there's a slight, very slight difference in how you pop up that ability to change in SketchUp. Once you've selected the things, you can't right-click and you're hitting the control button each time to add. Control button each time to add. These things sometimes vary slightly from machine to machine or computer to computer or system to system, but the idea is that you make a selection set. If you right-click out here in space, it doesn't help you in this program. But I'm left-clicking, holding a control, left-click, left-click. Now if I keep my mouse on top, right, change the entity info. Now I can change. Notice these are, notice how it came up blank? That's because these are in different layers. They have different properties. So we're going to change them all now to layer 2. And we are back to this way that you can eventually later on then control what you see in a program like this. And that's one of the key things you're going to see. Sorry about that. You go to your window layers, and if I can actually change the visibility on layer 0. You cannot hide the current layer. I can change the visibility on layer 2. You notice I got rid of 3 of the edges there. Change the visibility on layer 1. The face still shows up. Right click, entity info, it's on layer 0. Maybe we can change that to layer 1. It's not there. I turn it back on, turn it back on. So you realize that what you've done is you've added properties, a tribe, if you would. Speaking in the kind of the pro word of the word tribe. In Kenya, you use tribe, you're okay. That's what it is. It's still a nation. A little extra here on this video for that. But you know, the grouping, the subgroup, the clan, the professional affiliation. You can have all kinds of different properties attached to yourself as a person or to an individual entity in AutoCAD. So that ability to kind of change the listing of what grouping something is with is done by right-clicking and changing the properties or something else depending on the program you're in. But you select, you right-click, and you change the properties. Thanks for listening.